Right, time now to get interactive. Before Akwari Singh is here to moderate our interactivity.
And I'm back, and since we have quite a bit to discuss, let's get into the issues. Please remember to join us by all our social media platforms. We are on facebook.com/joinnewsOnTV. We're on Twitter at joinnewsontv, and our WhatsApp number is 0560800,000. Please remember to add your name and location to our WhatsApp number. Now, question for you: are you enjoying your rights as a consumer in Ghana? Well, it's World Consumer Rights Day, and Latif Idris had a discussion with two gentlemen who had quite Alrighty, time for the interactive segment, and you can get in touch with us via all our social media pages on facebook.com/joinnewsontv, Twitter at joinnewsontv, on WhatsApp the number is 0560800,000. Please add your name and location when sending us a message to your WhatsApp number. Now, are you enjoying your rights as a consumer in Ghana? Well, it's World Consumer Rights Day, and Latif Idris had a conversation with two gentlemen who had quite a bit to say about their consumer rights.
Well, as a citizen, you actually have the right to satisfaction of basic needs, and what this means is you have.
My idea of consumer rights has to do with more or less the rights, or the rights that consumers have regarding the purchase of products.
Every customer, every consumer deserves that simple rights to be able to question or request for something that will help them get their value for money. Yeah.
Have you ever had an experience that you went in to buy a product and then you had to return it because it didn't meet your expectation?
I bought a phone online. It was the first time really on Jumia. I think Jumia also, yeah, Jumia.com. When I went in for the phone and I took it home, it wasn't working properly. So it will come on for 10 minutes and then just go off. I wasn't sure about their return policy, even though they had a return policy. I hadn't tried that in Ghana before because, the local rhetoric is that we usually don't return products, nobody would accept it. But when I took it back, it was very interesting. They actually took it, they took my complaint. What happened was that they refunded the money and actually used the money to purchase another phone from them, which is working now. So for me, I think it was not a bad story. Initially, the product failed, but I think their service recovery mechanism was very top notch.
The right to be heard. We are
getting because you can use ECG as an example. ECG is also giving us a service, which is a product to us as their consumers. But there's no portal for us to transfer or channel our dissatisfaction. You understand?
The only way you can do that is on the radio, on the social media,
and that reaches nowhere. You understand? It is there, yeah. The noise making, it will be made, but does it get to the producers? Do they listen to us? Do they actually look at the needs and of the consumer? They don't.
We have a consumer protection agency set up to protect the consumer. You think this agency is doing the consumer any good? Are they serving us the way we expect them to do?
I would measure their performance on a 1 to 10 scale. I'll give them 2.
Wow.
And I think even with that, I'm being
charitable.
Yes. Wow. Exactly.
Well, what about you? What do you think about consumer rights, and what are some of the basic rights you should be enjoying as a consumer? Jennifer Ekwiyamwa takes us through.
Well, as a citizen, you actually have the right to satisfaction of basic needs. And what this means is you have the access to, your basic amenities, such as hospitals, schools, and the rest.
Food, clothing, shelter?
Exactly. You have the right to safety, which means in your workplace, you have the right to make sure, there's fire extinguishers and there's water available and things like that. You have the right to be informed, the type of products that you are purchasing, the type of services you are acquiring. You have the right to know exactly what it is you are buying, what it is you're spending your money on. And, they have to tell you when you ask, they actually have to tell you that.
So it means that if I walk into a shop today, a mall today, to pick up a product, and I'm asking all the questions about whether this will give me any side effect, complications, and they give me the attitude, they're actually violating my rights.
They are violating your rights as a consumer.
What else should we know?
You should also know that you have the right to choose and you have the right to be heard. So if they give you an attitude, as you just said right now, you have the right to sue.
Right to sue? Okay, so I have a right to choose. What exactly do I have the right to choose?
You have the right to be able to select from a range of products and services, as in they cannot force a particular product or service on you, regardless of what your opinion is of what it is.
And bearing in mind, is this just a right I can enjoy only in Ghana, or this is a universal right?
It's a universal right. Right to consumer education, which means to acquire the knowledge and skills to be informed and confident about the goods and services that you are.
Okay, I'm sure for those who are watching now, some things stand out. I walk to a shop, I pick up a product, it's not of the quality I wanted. I take it home and I realize it. Can I take it back and return it? Because I've seen in some shops it's written, no goods are not returnable. Exactly. Is that what it should be?
What it should be is, or what normally stores do, especially the more established ones, they have maybe a 2-week guarantee or warranty that if there's something wrong, you can send it back for a replacement. Some store owners are trying to circumvent that and say, okay, goods sold are not returnable, but that's actually a contravention of, your rights as a consumer.
Wow, quite a bit there, Israel.
Yeah, and talking about consumerism, there's this Twitter handle that people can check out. It's called Consumer Vigilantes, and it says it's a platform to mobilize social media to promote consumer rights in Ghana by naming and shaming crappy service providers and making good examples of efficiency.
I'm definitely going to make note of that.
If you tweet at them, I'm sure they would retweet and push. They haven't been extremely active, but I think we need handles like these, to push the agenda.
Stuff like this, because consumerism in Ghana and consumer rights, people are sending in their comments. So let me start with WhatsApp while you get the Facebook comments ready. This one says, if what the consumer is always right, but I swear the attitudes of some of them are something which is the... So which side are you speaking for? This one is from Ishen in Brekum. And more comments coming through. Shiftman Osei Asare says, the only right the consumer has is to keep his money and go away. Okay. I see what else you're saying. Quite a number of comments coming through. This one says, I am not enjoying my rights as a consumer because I'm supposed to know the change in price of a commodity, but it's never done here. In Ghana, I think there should be a mechanism to help consumers know what is going on around them. Valid point there from Vince in Kumasi. What are people saying on Facebook?
All right, so Nana Pong says, consumers have no rights in Ghana. What is the consumer's contribution in the production of goods and services? Consumer rights shall be recognized when producers' rights fulfilled. Hamidu says, producer rights and consumer rights are poor. Ghanaian consumers don't have any rights. Look at how useless ECG is treating us. We do really have such a working right. We would not be paying, if we do really have such a working right, we would not be paying such elephant bills. Hippolyte says, consumer rights in Ghana, it doesn't exist. Common sachet water, known as pure water, don't even have expiry dates, and the consumer agency claims to be in this country, 59 years of age. And Favor says, consumer rights, I'm hearing this for the first time in Ghana. We buy things without any satisfaction. Everything has been inflated and consumers are always exploited and cheated by sellers. Who born you to return the goods or talk about it? Take ECG, for example. When you go to the office to file complaints, they won't even mind you. They see you as less important. It's a shame.
Wow, a lot of people not satisfied.
Not at all.
With being a consumer in the country.
It's true. I mean, elsewhere, you can buy a product. If you're not satisfied with the product,
you can return it. You know, some people actually take advantage of that in some countries. Maybe that's why here people don't want to give Ghanaians the leeway at all. But let's move on and talk about President Mahama. And the most engaging post on our Facebook page has to do with the question we posed earlier in the day. The question is, how will a debate between President Mahama and Nana Akufo-Addo look like? This, of course, comes on the back of a comment the president made during a recent interview where he said he was ready to debate the issues at any time with the MPP flag bearer. And we asked you to judge.
Mahama will win.
Why?
Because he's doing very well.
John Mahama has proven to be a very good communicator. I'm not saying Akufo-Addo is not good in communication. He's a good communicator too, but then I think John Mahama has proven himself well above the level of Akufo-Addo.
Akufo-Addo.
Why?
Well, because Mahama hasn't really given me any tangible reason to vote for him, so then I'll choose for Akufo-Addo.
Akufo-Addo can't.
Why do you say that?
Oh, you know Akufo-Addo, he's a politician from the infancy, and he know how to talk. So I'm sure he will.
When they debate, it will help us, but it will be tough.
Why do you say that?
Everybody would like to challenge his friend.
But who will win?
But the land show, I know that the president will win.
All right, so let's take the conversation to Facebook now. Israel, what are people saying?
All right, so Danny says, I prefer Indum. And then meanwhile, we're talking about Nanado and Franklin says, all lies by Nana will be exposed. Richard says, His Excellency John Mahama will floor Akufo-Addo even when he's waking up from a deep sleep to debate Akufo-Addo. It will be an opportunity to expose all the lies Akufo-Addo and his quantity surveyors have been peddling about the phenomenal projects across the country. Remember, John Mahama used less than 3 months to neutralize the 3-year campaign of Akufo-Addo in 2012. Akufo-Addo is never a match. Saibu says Nanado is deceiving himself. Adomako says President JDM can't match Nanado. I can't wait to see. Anyway, President JDM running away by saying if the party will allow him to debate. I wish he will boldly say he wants to debate Nana. Waiting. And then Emmanuel Debra says Nanado will win because Mahama will only tell lies because he's a pretender and Nanado is a man of justice and fairness. So those are some of the comments.
All right, on WhatsApp, this one says, I was highly impressed with the interview of JDM. He was able to bite issues parading in our society and some of the issues that are in the public domain. And they are nothing but usual political machinations. He was able to disband the lies and lay the facts to bear. Kudos, Mr. President. And this one is from Alaji Willie P. in Ethia Kuma. This one says, debate what again when they have been debating all day? We are tired of them. We want jobs. And this one is from Enoch in Nkwanta. This one is from Michael watching in the UK. He says, it doesn't lie in the mouth of President Mahama to invite Nanado for a debate. Nanado is ever ready for a debate that will be organized by any organization like the IEA. President Mahama should concentrate on the job committed in his hands and stop irritating our ears. So those are some of your comments coming through on WhatsApp. Now, take a little break. I'll be back. We still have some more politics to talk about. Please stay. Thanks for staying with us on the interactive segment. Now, still on politics, the Progressive People's Party has been in the news today talking about its rights to engage in the November polls. Well, for us, this has prompted a discussion about the numerous other parties we have in the country, and this is what you had to say out there.
Yes, I think they should do that because when you know your political leaders very well and you know their achievement, you can know what they will bring on board when they come into power. Because you know, if you don't have the experience, you can't do something, because you are like a learner. Just like maybe, let's say you go to the university and you complete it. When you come out, your first day at work is like now before you are starting. You are not
completely right.
Why do you say so?
Those parties does not exist in physical, maybe in books, in the electoral commission. I've thought about this thing for many years now. They have to be scrapped off, you know, because they are irrelevant. No, they don't. Can they contest all the 275? Can they? Do they?
Don't you think, since Ghana is a democratic country, is a way of promoting our democracy?
But not this way. We need quality, not quantity. Quality, you know, political parties that will have effect on the government. They can, those that can put pressure on the government. Now it seems MPP is the only party that are putting pressure. You can't feel the presence of the other parties.
Say it should be a criteria, because if you are well experienced, that is what you are going to get the more power to do whatever that the country needs. And without experience, how are you going to control the government, the country?
As we are in the democratic world, we need to be giving the freedom to each and everyone to form any political party that the person wishes. Only if he has a mandate and the people, as the EC is required. You know, you have to meet the criteria of the EC. And if they're able to fall in with that criteria, I think they have to give them the mandate to operate. I don't think they have the quantum to organize Ghanaian voters to be in their party. I think they have to give them the mandate to operate as a political party.
I feel it's not the right thing, because once the political party is well established, he has all its offices available, its constituencies everywhere, then it meets the criteria of the Electoral Commission. I don't see why they should be left out of the elections in November.
There should be a criteria.
Why do you say so?
Because I think they have not been in the game for like a very long time now. And since they've been out for a very long time, I don't think they can be back like in the game. I don't think so.
So on Facebook, we asked you what you consider to be an active party. Israel, please tell us the answer.
Right, so the answers are here. Francis Anoche says, according to the Ghanaian politicians' behavioral dictionary, it is one that has all the expertise in being lucrative, that is looting created by thieves. And it always has gossips, disobedient, and people who talk without facts as the communicators. An active party in Ghana has its prime motive of enriching the lives of family and friends at the expense of the taxpayers' money. Armstrong says, an active party is the one that serves as a check and balance on the one in governance, the ruling party. They serve as a check on the ruling government, not through political propaganda, but through critical analysis with facts to support their claims. Mohammed Astro says, not exactly that, but the party that comprises of people with developmental ideologies and socially democratic. The leadership of such parties actually exhibits their leadership morals for people to believe in them. Schiffman says the party will, with a brilliant human resources and best policies which can be implemented to benefit the masses, and I am for the MPP. We didn't say which party you belong to, actually, Schiffman. Destiny says no is the one that provides and cares for his or her own, like God. If you ask him for, all right, I'm not quite getting it.
And Andy in Kintapo is blasting me a little bit. He says, why do you give time to this? The big parties need them for alliance. They should let them be. After all, they also get small to chop. That's from Andy. Wrapping up, Join is interactive for us. Thank you so much for sending your comments through. I wish I could have gotten to all of them, but time is up. My name is Efua Kwarasin. Enjoy your evening.